What is that? Was that a gong?
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't like that.
Didn't like that.
I hit my mic stand with my cup of water.
We didn't like that.
Welcome to WayTooBroad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculously excited grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my dabbing co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Hi, Hannah. Did you say dashing? Thank you so much.
Totally. Said dashing. You definitely weren't just both dabbing in your cameras.
Ben is dabbing. Ben, are you crying already? We haven't even gotten to the good stuff.
Yeah, I'm crying. I'm just emotional.
Wow.
Have you taken your old allergy pill?
No, I forgot.
Take it. Grab that allergy pill.
Here's the thing about my allergy pill is I do my best to take it in the evening.
Okay.
Because that way I know that it's working overnight. I mean, they're technically 24-hour, but usually it's like the last few hours aren't great, and sometimes my allergies will wake me up in the night. So I try to take it in the evening, so I have it overnight, and then it starts to fade like midday and the next day, and I can take it again. But that means if I ever forget on a day, I have to wait a whole fucking day. And I'm having deja vu because I think I talked about this exact thing on pod before. But
I don't remember this.
It means I have to wait till the evening of the next day and try to remember to take it then. Or I just bite the bullet and take it earlier in the day.
Mess up your whole
Mess up my whole shit.
Whole flipping schedule. I have a question. If you have deja vu in the evening, is it night vu? Thank you. Oh, should I submit that to oh man, my fucking phone is updating. Can one of you submit that on my behalf?
Submit it to what?
The joke feedback group.
Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna say it's yours, and we'll see if she likes it.
Well, if she thinks it's coming from you, she's gonna just inherently dislike it. No offense.
That's all right.
For those of you new to the podcast, number 1, welcome. Number 2, I'm sorry. And number 3, the joke feedback submission group is Ben's girlfriend, Kylie.
Wait, where is it?
It might...
Why don't I... Oh, show older chats.
We haven't submitted a joke in a long time.
Hi, Kylie. So this is from Erin. She can't submit it because her phone's updating. She wants to know if this is good. If you have deja vu at night, is it night vu?
Thanks.
Let us know.
I did word it as in the evening, so as not to give the lead away. I don't think
I messed it up.
I think the night thing is fine.
If you have deja vu, but it's in the evening, is it night vu? Because I kind of ruined it.
Ask her which one she likes better, though.
Tell us which one you like better, also. Okay. Great.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
But sorry about your allergies, Ben.
Yeah, sorry about your allergies.
But is it...
You know what
is it, like, if you took it this morning, I feel like you could still take it tonight if there's, like, a little bit of overlap.
That's like 12 hours of overlap for a 24-hour pill.
Is that bad, though? Like, what'll happen?
You know, I don't actually know.
What the fuck will happen?
Probably nothing.
Die?
Do you die? Will you eat?
Will you eat?
Ben, I think you should stop. I think you should call it your allergy pal instead of your allergy pill. What do you think?
No.
Maybe you won't forget it then.
I'm gonna give that one.
I really like that.
I'm gonna really thank you for your submission.
I really like that. Well, that doesn't mean that we can't call it
allergy pal.
That's true.
Pal.
Hey, when you're right, you're right.
What are we drinking? Erin, what are you drinking?
Oh no, am I first? Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a coffee. We're doing this is a Saturday morning. This is a cozy Saturday morning edition of WayTooBroad. I've got a cup of coffee. I showed my microphone. Showed my cup of coffee to my microphone. I have a cozy cup of coffee and this really nice mug Molly got me that said that says Morning Sunshine. It said that.
It said it.
I got ice water. And you know what? I would normally have a grapefruit juice. I'm going to open my window. But what happened to me, is this a good time to open my window? What happened to me was that you guys know, we were doing the dishes the other night. Molly opens the cupboard where the juice glasses are, and I had put my grapefruit juice in the cupboard when I was done pouring my glass of grapefruit juice that morning. And so I've been a little afraid of it ever since. So maybe I should just buy a new carton of grapefruit juice. It was like almost full though.
You probably should. If you're not going to drink it though, you should just get rid of it, because that's like my life.
I mean, does fruit juice go bad?
I mean, it's highly acidic, right? It's grapefruit juice. And it was just in the cupboard for like a day.
Wait, does that mean it will go bad or won't?
I think it might. Well, it's acidic, which improves its chances of like not having any bacteria have grown in it that day in the cupboard. But I feel like the cupboard's probably a warm place.
I think if it smells okay, just have a little small glass of it, and if you feel fine, then just keep drinking it. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that's probably.
But Ian would throw it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What if I just used it with alcohol, like to kill anything that went in there? Is that a good move? Like mix it with gin?
I don't know if that's how that works.
Okay. I don't really know. I feel like that might be how it works. I think I just need to get a new carton of grapefruit juice.
Yeah.
Well, that's my story.
Great story. Great Marco Polo. Love it.
Did you see that Marco Polo, Ben?
Mm-mm.
It was in family chat. I would send it to you, but my phone is updating. Let's see. It's done.
Oh.
I feel like I have my life back. Here, I'm going to send it straight to you, Ben, so you don't have to, like, filter through.
Hell yeah, because I'm behind on that Marco Polo chain.
Here you go. There it is. I put it in WayTooBroad.
Molly has something funny to show you. Whoops. Didn't mean to feel like it's...
I could not...
I have a cup of grapefruit juice.
Wait, you put it all the way at the top?
Yeah, that's where the juice cups go. So I, had my grapefruit juice, and I reached up and grabbed the juice glass, poured the grapefruit juice in, put the lid on the grapefruit juice, and reached all the way up and put the grapefruit juice in the top of the cupboard without even realizing it, and then closed the cupboard and moved on with my day.
I watched that Polo, 3 or 4 times, and I couldn't make out a word that you said.
Yeah, I was saying, I was like, do we think it's still good? And then I was saying I have a cup of grapefruit juice every morning.
And then I heard that's where the juice glasses go.
Yeah.
That was loud and clear.
Yeah. And Molly really did when she first saw it. She said, "Uh-oh."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Rip.
That's a good wife.
Yeah.
Yep. She gets you.
Man, and I usually use another brand of grapefruit juice, and now that I'm reflecting on it, I think it would have been too tall to fit in that space. I don't really know.
Okay. Ben, what are you drinking?
I got 2 waters. And I got a whoopsie.
Oh. And
he's got a whoopsie. Oh, no, he's muted.
Oh, no, Ben, you're muted.
Okay. Ben, what are you drinking?
I have 2 ice waters, and I have a naked strawberry banana smoothie.
Banana.
Ooh, naked banana.
Strawberry banana.
How is it? Do you like those?
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good.
Cool.
I think it would be
better
out
of 10.
It's a great
Great out of 10.
I think I would probably prefer making my own smoothie, but
smoothie butt.
Our blender is extremely loud. And we live in an apartment building. And so it feels weird to blend because it's so loud.
Can I nominate It Feels Weird to Blend for a podcast title? Thank you.
Okay, it's on the list. I'm drinking. I was drinking coffee, but I finished it.
Please read that mug aloud. It's very amusing.
It says Social Distance King. This is a Christmas present. It's actually Ian's mug. Oh, I never got mine. I was supposed to get one that said Quarantine
Social
Queen.
Distance Queen. Oh, that's the one.
Quarren Queen.
Quarren Queen. Mm-hmm. And, but I think it never arrived. But yeah, I have a picture of it. So, and then, I have water that I'm finishing up. My giant moonshine jug of water.
Good on ya. Good on ya, mate.
Yeah. Okay. So, may I please direct your attention to, should we get the joke feedback first?
Yeah, let's get that joke feedback. You want to play it for us?
Yeah, Kylie sent some joke feedback on the joke we sent her earlier. Here we go.
I give it a solid 5.
Out of what? I'm going to assume 5. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Thanks, Kylie.
We're assuming out of 5, so appreciate the perfect score. I passed it along to Erin. Thanks.
Yeah, well,
okay.
I'm back online now.
Hi, Kylie. We're assuming...
Thanks, Kylie. Thanks for the great rating.
Whoops. Okay, so now may I direct your attention, one more Marco Polo bit. May I direct your attention to the video that I forwarded you, and can you play the audio out while you watch it?
Yeah, I got it.
Squeaks and I are playing a game called Walk Past. Don't mind my messy. Okay, so I walk past her.
Don't mind my messy.
And then I turn around. And then I walk past her again. And then I turn around.
Oh, that's so nice.
And then I turn around. And then I walk past her again. And then I turn around. And I walk past her again. And that's basically how Walk Past works. And we've been playing it for a while already. And she never really gets tired of it. So
I'm getting dizzy here.
just wanted to share.
Wow, that's really nice.
Lady.
Yeah, she likes to be where the action is, so she sits to describe it to the listener. I mean, it's very shaky camera work. I apologize, but she walks past me on top of our kitchen counter, and I pet her with the opposite hand, and then we both turn around, synchronized, and go the other way and do the same thing. We've been playing that a lot. It's really nice. I like it. That's pretty much it.
It's really nice.
And I
that's
named
a good
it
one.
myself. We invented the game.
Squeaks didn't help name it.
But yeah, I also don't mind my messy. I'm going to try to use that more.
Don't mind my messy. Please submit that into the title list. Thank you. Don't mind my messy.
Don't mind my messy. All right.
Well, someone check the email.
Okay.
Someone check the email. More like the spee-mail.
Ooh.
Yeah, am I right?
We've got
Belated.
We've got a missed call, but it doesn't appear to have a voicemail. A couple missed calls from April 14th. We've got a couple of spammy emails. We've got Google Voice telling us our number will expire in 30 days.
Unless what?
Oh. Please remember, unless you start using it. If the number is reclaimed, your existing messages will remain available, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Erin tricked us into rescuing our own phone number.
Well, my phone was updating. I would have done it myself.
Oh, and the transcription's very good. It's from Ben. I think, did we do this before we started recording?
Yes.
He called and he said, "Yo, what's up, nerds? I'm obsessed with your mom, nerd." And that's the whole transcript.
That's accurate.
Thanks for saving our voicemail, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Welcome. Happy to help.
So this is a prompt for the listener. Google will rip our voicemail out of our sweet little baby podcast hands unless you start calling us.
Please save our podcast. Google's trying to destroy our podcast again.
Let's give the number up at the top in case folks just don't listen to the end.
The number is 774-326-0420.
Blaze it. Make sure you dial Blaze it.
You can find it on our website if you're so interested at WayTooBroad.com. Call us, tell us your obsession, save it in your phone. Every time you obsess with something, no human will ever answer this phone.
Yeah, it's a voicemail box.
Voicemail.
You can text it too. We'll get that in our email.
Text it.
Yeah.
Fucking text it, man.
Text it, man. So, yeah, please save our podcast. Google's trying to silence us again. And we will not be silenced. So, please help us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Friggin' cancel culture strikes again.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
What do we do next? What do we do now?
I need to tell you. You need to tell us something crazy.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I need to tell you a quick story about my dear husband Ian. Real quick. So I sent you guys I laid some groundwork before we started recording. I'm not gonna play them here because they're not that interesting to listen to. But there was a thing that went viral on TikTok recently, which was like a doctor citing a study from like 2018 saying that there's some evidence to show that cramps can be as painful as having a heart attack, like menstrual cramps. And then there was this the cramps. And then there was this this woman who wrote this parody of like Take On Me, where she was like, "We told you." It was like a little millennial cringy, but also like it also went viral. So anyway, this fact was floating around, so I sent it to Ian to show him, and I expected him to be like, okay, interesting, because like Erin, you and I have talked before, I think even on pod, about how awful our cramps can be. I actually have a hot pack in my pants right now to deal with cramps.
Can you please add that to the list? I have a hot pack in my pants right now. Thank you.
And so I showed him these TikToks, and he claims this was a joke, but it just was like the most man thing he's ever said. I'm sure it was a joke, but he goes, "Yeah, you know, the most like devil's advocate man I've ever thing he's ever said to me." He said, "You know, I've never like had a heart attack. Maybe they're not as painful as you would think."
Wow. How can we go about canceling Ian for that comment?
He says, "I believe him. It was a joke." But like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Wow.
So that was a good one, though.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
It's basically, if you realize that you're having cramps, it's too late.
Yeah. I mean,
no one can save you.
It's the same with a heart attack.
That's true.
I mean, I definitely don't think all menstrual cramps are more painful than a heart attack. But as someone who has like
hashtag not all cramps.
Hashtag not all cramps.
I feel like you can they're also similar. Cramps are similar to heart attacks in that if you preemptively dose with pain medication, then you can avoid them.
Yeah.
So
or at least slow them down.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, as someone who has been made sick by my cramps, like almost passed out because of them, I believe it 100%. There have been times I've been like driving to or from work, and I like really feel like I should not be driving because the amount of energy that my uterus is like sapping from the rest of my body just simply to cause me pain is making me...
that sucks that you're like driving to work under those extreme pain circumstances. It's really fun.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's like, okay, this thing can hurt more than a heart attack, but I feel guilty taking one personal day because of it. Like, that sucks. That's a sucky thing.
Yep.
I hear birds. That's you, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to close this. There's like the Blue Jays are revolting over something.
They're so fucking loud.
Yeah. Well, last time this happened, it was actually really fucking cool. We like heard these blue jays, and we went out front, and there was a fucking snake crawling up the tree, and like birds of every feather were like rallying together.
Birds of a feather, we rally together
to beat the snake.
To intimidate the snake out of the tree. Like fucking like woodpeckers were getting into it. Like little sparrows were like zooming by.
Whoa!
Wait, were they just cool. Were they attacking it, or were they just like screaming that there is this danger?
They were like yelling at it, and they were also kind of like intimidating it.
Whoa.
You know, I don't think they were trying to like directly attack it, but they were like, you know, getting in its face, and it eventually like backed out.
Whoa,
I think it was crawling up a tree to get to a bird's nest. Mm-hmm. And like birds of like, I saw like 5 different species of birds all kind of in on it, like trying to intimidate this snake out of the tree.
That's pretty cool. If only people could be that way for each other. I know.
If only we could show the same kind of unity.
Yeah.
I really learned a lesson that day, you guys. Which is, invest in a pair of binoculars. Okay. All right, I gotta tell you the crazy thing I learned this week. Yeah. Maybe you knew this, but I was like reading an article of this week. Did you know that Rudy Giuliani...
That's how he pronounces it, yeah.
Giuliani. First marriage was annulled after 14 years. Did you know this?
I didn't even know that was possible.
Because he realized he was married to his second cousin. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is going to sound weird, but I thought that
I don't think I realized it was 14 years.
Yeah, me neither.
Second cousins are okay. Who would be and this is the part where Uncle Norb's listening to this and yelling at the podcast. But I know the difference between second cousin and cousin.
I can tell you who would be second cousins.
Who would be a second cousin?
Andy's kids and Rob's kids would be second cousins.
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's not okay.
Hannah, that's not okay.
Okay, I meant like genetically speaking.
I still don't think that's
still
okay.
Not okay.
Right. Still not okay. Hannah, I think you're uninvited for Thanksgiving. I just feel like we can't trust you.
It's fine. I'm already married.
That's right. Yeah, so I thought that was funny. The guy from the man who brought you 4 Seasons Total Landscaping brings you accidentally married my cousin.
14 years. I just thought I thought annulments were like short-term matters. I didn't realize you could have a marriage annulled after that long.
Maybe you can if it's incest.
I don't know. Yeah,
I guess.
You know, when we went to get registered as domestic partners, which we had to do to get Kylie on my health insurance.
I didn't realize you were domestic partners legally.
It was recent when she got her new job because the health insurance they offered was shit. So, but when we first went there, the person at the town clerk's office assumed that we were getting a marriage license, and I don't know if you experienced this, Hannah, being in Massachusetts, and you got yours in New York, didn't you?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like this in every state, but like they handed us a sheet of paper before we like got any forms or anything that like listed out basically people you weren't allowed to marry, and it was like mainly family members, except instead of saying like you can't marry family members, it listed out like in detail every possible combination of like family members.
Quick question, just for a friend. Was second cousin on the list?
Yes, but like I think it was, but it would have been listed out as like your cousin's child, like your dad's cousin's child, and it would be like your sister's brother's nephew. Like it was every possible thing listed out like that, and like instead of saying nephew, it would say like your brother or sister's son. Like it was so weird, and it was such a fucking long list.
That actually is kind of smart, I guess, because like once you get to things like second cousins and cousins once removed, nobody knows what that is except for my dad. So like
I know what that is.
I don't know what that.
The removed is like generationally removed.
Look, I can't even tell you how many times I've had this described to me. It doesn't stay in here. Like
okay, I actually have. Oh my god, this is so fucked up. I have an update. In North Carolina, you can marry your first cousin.
I told you,
but double first cousins are not allowed to get married.
What does that? What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, that prompted me to Google double first cousins. Double first cousins arise when two siblings reproduce with another set of siblings, and the resulting children are related to each other through both parents' families.
Wow.
Okay. So if like, yeah.
So no, we didn't get a paper like that in New York State.
Yeah, because they're actually, if that happens, those children are genetically siblings.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Even though no incest has happened, but the kids are genetically
I saw this video about a pair of two pairs of identical twins who got married, and then they like also they still dress the same, and they like made an effort to get pregnant at the same time, and they all live together. So like those kids could not be more genetically similar without having the same parents. So they'd be double first cousins. They'd be triple first cousins, quadruple.
Yeah. But that's still really fucked up.
Yeah, it's really weird
that you can marry your first cousin in North Carolina.
Yeah, that is weird. But
yeah, what the fuck?
But Ben, why are you allowed to be domestic partners with your like?
You know,
yeah, that's a good question.
We didn't have the same restrictions, so I think so. Like it's actually fascinating because it's like it's way easier to register as domestic partners than it is to get a marriage certificate. Like you need, I think, like birth certificates and stuff for a marriage license, but for registering as domestic partner, you just both sign a form and like attest that you live together and plan on living together for the foreseeable future, and that's basically it.
Cool.
Although I also, it's not clear to me how much like with being domestic partners now, how many like the benefits of that you get from marriage.
Yeah.
Like obviously the one we cared about was health insurance, but that's just a particular Harvard policy that you have to do domestic partners. Some places like my friend who works at Google, they'll just allow you to put anyone who you live with on your health insurance. It doesn't have to be officially registered in any way. So I don't know. I don't know legally what it exactly means for us because we literally did it for that one reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, maybe you can register as domestic partners with like, maybe it doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe that's why. Maybe like if you live with someone who's not explicitly related to you and you just plan on continuing to live together, maybe you would want to document that for similar reasons, like health insurance or whatever.
I feel like there is a thing in the Declaration of like being in a relationship.
The connotation is romantic.
I'm just trying to justify why they wouldn't put the same restrictions on it for family members, I guess. But
it says you can actually marry your first cousin in Massachusetts too.
Really?
I don't understand
why.
And, I mean, this article might be out of date. It says updated in December of 2020. I don't know. I'm really afraid of the ads I'm going to get now that I Googled, can you marry your cousin?
Yeah. All right. Should we pop in now that we know all of these intricacies of marriage laws?
So that we know who we can and cannot marry / become domestic partners with.
Yeah, let's pop in. Erin, what's your obsession?
What's going on, everybody?
What is going on?
I don't really have one. Work's been busy. I've been like crashing every night. Not really. I've been watching like a ton of like SNL skits like at night, but that's not really my obsession.
I've noticed that you've been doing
that. What? Yeah, because I've been posting them a lot. Yeah. I just like love those flips. Whatever. And I made Molly watch a bunch last night. I was like, have you watched these? And made her watch a bunch of them that I liked. So I'll cite one. It's a little weird, but it's just kind of the only thing that came up for me was that when my parents moved to Ireland, they sold their car to us, and I sold the car that I had to a friend. And then I didn't really like this car that I got. It's a nice car. It's a hybrid Toyota Camry, and I got it for, we decided to buy it because we got a friends and family discount, and it's a hybrid, and was better than my car, safer, roomier, and all that stuff. But I didn't really like it. And so I was thinking about like, and then I didn't really drive it because of pandemic. I wasn't really going anywhere. But now I'm going, I'm out and about in the world a lot more, and that is only increasing. So I thought about like, should I buy a new car? Should we sell this one and buy a new one? But then I was like, you know what the best kind of car is? One that is paid off and sitting in your driveway. So my kind of it's not really an obsession, but it's been a personal endeavor, is to create an emotional bond with this car. So we've been spending a lot of time together, going on trips, creating a lot of good, fun memories together, and driving with the windows down, the sunroof open, playing the tunes, going on little trips, going on quick little outings, driving those country roads. So, it's not a strong obsession, but it's been really nice. I named her Baby Blue. So my obsession is just like creating an emotional connection with Baby Blue.
I called it loving the car you're with.
Yeah, loving the car you're with. Yeah, that's exactly right. Because it's tried and true Baby Blue. And so I feel like, her and I can make some special... one thing was like, I sit a little low. It's like I'm not quite tall enough, but I'm like, maybe I'll get a little cushion. Mm-hmm. So just like, loving the car you're with, finding ways to be together and spend quality time together, create a meaningful relationship, and, be happy with the things you have. Ben, how's your car? You want to talk about that?
Oh my God, I have car updates too. Let's all talk about our cars.
Talk. It's car talk.
Yeah.
Who's click? Who's clack?
I don't know.
You be click, you be clack, and I'll be close.
Clack is dead.
Okay, I'm clack. Go on, Ben.
Well, I don't know which one's dead. Have I talked about that? I haven't talked about some pod, have I? I got a new car.
No, you sure haven't.
I got a 2021 Toyota Prius Prime.
Woohoo!
Beautiful.
It's a plug-in hybrid. Woohoo!
B.
We're not going to plug it in that much because we don't have a place to plug it in. But that's the beauty of a plug-in hybrid. You don't need to plug it in. It can just be a hybrid. And also,
that's great.
There's places to plug in close to us in Coolidge Corner, which doesn't mean anything to anyone but me. And my town, Brookline, has made it so all electric car charging stations are free.
That's so great.
They subsidize them all, so you can charge it for free. Yeah.
Can I ask you, does a plug-in hybrid mean it can be completely electric, but it also has some gas in case you can't do that?
Yeah, so it's basically a regular hybrid with a bigger battery, so that you have the option to drive only on the battery. There's like a button to switch into EV mode. So you can drive only on the battery, but it's for a limited range. I think it's for like 30 miles at most. So a lot of people, talk about it in the context of, if you're commuting a short distance to work, you can like drive it there, plug it in, drive it home, plug it in overnight, something like that.
Cool.
And we're not planning on, once things are back to normal, we're both going to commute on the T, hopefully. So, it'll mainly be for driving back and forth to the Cape or other places relatively close by. But it just like makes more sense to have a hybrid in the city because they get like better gas mileage in stop and go than they do on highway. And with a bunch of lights and everything, because it does what a regular hybrid does of like switching on and off from being electric and using gas when you're in hybrid mode. It just behaves completely like a normal hybrid. Yeah, I really like it. It's our first. It does have heated seats.
I don't like heated seats because I always get paranoid that I'm peeing.
I don't like heated.
This is a real theme for you, bud.
I know. I don't even have to be high.
Don't you know your body?
Yeah. Have you ever?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't peed my pants in public ever. But like, I just, when I'm stoned, I always think I'm peeing, and when I'm sitting on heated seats, I'm like, why is my butt so warm?
The only explanation for this warmth is urine from my body.
I don't feel anything wet. It's just warm.
Yeah.
I don't like heated seats because I don't want a hot butt.
Yeah.
But that's fine because you can turn them off and Kylie loves them. So
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
Definitely
Kylie loves a hot butt.
It's definitely. The newest car we'd had was the Fit, which was a 2010. So it's got all the screen in the middle and other fancy.
I love a backup camera. I love having a backup camera. So
a backup
much.
camera.
Yeah.
It's got Android Auto, so we can like plug our phone into it, and it has like a little Android interface. And we can't figure out how to get the Google Maps on the Android Auto to go into night mode.
That's too bad.
I don't know. So I'm going to try to figure that out more later.
Got to return it, I guess.
Yeah.
You gotta love the car you're with. If I've learned anything, it's love the car you're with.
Well, I have an update, which is Ian and I now, for the very first time, are a one-car household.
Hey, congrats!
Thank you. We had a Hyundai, which was a car I bought new in 2012 and had paid off. And then we have a Jeep, Reginald Renegade. That is, I also bought new in 2018. And the Hyundai was the car Ian was using before the Panini, and then he stopped commuting, and he was like every once in a while going out to run the engine just to make sure that it didn't like seize up and die. But then at one point we noticed there were squirrels living in the engine. There were like acorns everywhere and evidence. We never actually saw squirrels in there, but there was a ton of evidence of squirrels having been there. And so he didn't touch it for quite a while after that because we were both like paranoid about the engine getting jammed up with nuts. And then finally he cleaned out the whole engine with like a shop vac and tried to turn it on, and the battery had died. And then he went and we recharged the battery, but when we tried to turn the car on, we refreshed the gas a little bit, and we did get it to start, but it made a very bad smell, and the check engine light flashed. And I think it probably has more to do with the oil level being low than anything about the squirrels, but they were just the reason that it probably got to that point. So we sold it basically for scrap. We sold it for like $300, but it's out of our driveway. I'm like so happy to have the driveway clear because we've got the moving box thing coming soon. And, and a fun story was that actually they showed up to pick it up at like 8 a.m. on like Tuesday morning or something. And I was butt ass naked right out of the shower when the doorbell rang, and Ian was still in bed. And so I had to answer the door in my towel and make the girl wait for us both to get dressed, and we had a very scrambly type morning.
The girl was naked too.
She was very sweet about the whole thing, so I appreciate it. But yeah, it's gone. Hooray! And now we just have the one car.
You know what's funny is that, so we bought this car from my parents in like September, and then September, is that right? Yeah, it was like September. It was like right before they left. We bought this car. And then, that's like in the thick of the pandemic, and it just sat in the driveway. Like I drove it maybe once or twice. And so we kept getting mail, like this car, like we could sell this car. I bought it for $5,000, but we could sell it for like $9,000. Like we keep getting mail about like, we want to buy this car. Like their cars are in demand, this car in particular, because it's a hybrid Toyota Camry. And, we were like, yeah, let's sell it, make some money, and then, become a one-car household because we're just not driving. So we literally made that decision, and we had a busy week. We kept being like, oh, could we go sell it today? Oh, no, we're too busy. And then, like, immediately, like, we were both fully vaxxed. I made plans, like, to go see Sarah in May. I made plans to, like, go have lunch with my team, go meet somebody for coffee, blah, blah, blah. Like, so immediately after we're like, yeah, we're going to be a one-car household. It makes so much sense. We haven't been driving. We immediately are like, well, now we're like going out again. So like, and that's like not going to change now. It's only going to get more intense. And so it was just kind of funny. Like the moment we were like, yeah, let's do it. It was like, actually, I don't actually want a second car. So that kind of prompted.
As a pair of sort of, let's say, codependent introverts, I think we're going to be fine with the one car.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, we have a mix now of like, I'm pretty extroverted. I'm a homebody. But, and Molly, likes to justifiably like have her car when she wants to go someplace. She doesn't, not going to be waiting around for me. So I'm excited for you. I wish that we had been a one car family sooner, but I guess I am glad now that we didn't sell my sweet baby Blue, because you know what, I'm starting to really get fond of her.
Good.
So
I'm so glad for you.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was Car Talk with...
Car Talk. Thanks for coming to Car Talk Corner.
Clunk. Great obsession, Erin.
Oh, I also want to give a rec for like when I went to go drive the car for the first time, the battery was dead just from inactivity. Do you guys have like those portable car jump starters? They're amazing. Yeah. I just can't recommend them enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super handy.
But I guess I should.
It's just like Ben, it's just like small little battery pack, and it has USB ports so you can like charge your shit in it. But it also comes with the car clamps. I don't know what those are called. I'm Quonk, so I'm not really as up to speed on. And so instead of like using another car to jumpstart your car, you like plug it into this. I mean, it's just this rectangle. It's like a external hard drive. It's just like so small. It's not an external hard drive, but it's like around that size. And you can like restart your car like 4 times on one charge. It's incredible.
Oh, Ian has like a big like actual charge your battery box that he used.
Oh.
But
no, this is just a portable.
That's pretty neat.
Jump starter. Yeah. And it's so easy to use. You just turn it, you like clunk it to your car, turn it on, and then start your engine.
Clunk's catchphrase.
Wait 30 seconds and then take it off.
Clunk it to your car.
Yeah, that's my TM. Clunk it. My advice would be to clunk it.
PSA, don't hook up an external hard drive to your car with jumper cables. Just in case anybody got confused.
You can try it, but it might clunk it. That's my whole bit on the show. I don't give any car advice. It's just sometimes jump in with, you can try it, you might clunk it. Womp, womp.
I love that. Oh my god.
Classic Clunk.
Wow. Okay. Well, sadly, we have to move on from Clunk. Ben, what's your obsession?
My obsession is the other thing I was thinking about talking about last week, which is an anime called Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken.
Oh, I watched the trailer for this. It looks cool as hell.
Have you watched the opening?
Yeah. Well, I watched the video that Kylie posted. Is that the opening?
Let me see what she posted. In Nerd Talk?
I don't remember.
Well, we're going to take a pause while I find it.
Take a pee.
No. Why did you whisper that?
Oh, God. Am I peeing?
Oh, no. Okay, she posted the trailer, so I'm going to send you all the opening because it's really good, and I think we should watch it together.
That's fun.
Does it just make you smile?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Makes me smile, makes me dance. Mm-hmm. I want to listen to this song.
Is it great?
A good song.
Yeah.
Let me read
That's nice.
Kylie's description, Kylie's post on our Slack about it. She said, I recently watched Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken. I think it's in my top 3 animes ever and also just top shows ever. So I felt like it was worth spreading the love. It's basically a love story, animation, and personal project and has 3 really great lady leads. Very funny and also super inspiring. Also an excellent opening. Agreed. So it's about these 3 girls in high school and they want to start an anime club. Like a making anime, not like watching anime. Because basically the 2 like main artists, the main character's name is Asakusa. She's the short one in the opening with the camouflage hat. And she is like a concept artist. Like she loves just like creating these incredible worlds in her imagination and drawing them. And then the other artist is Mizusaki, who is obsessed with drawing like people and movements. Like she ends up being the animator because she really. Okay, Hazel's decided she's gonna be up here now.
Look at her pretty peanut butter tail.
Yeah, she's gonna unplug a microphone. I think Kylie just left, and so Hazel's craving attention now. She's rubbing everything on my desk. You weirdo lady.
While you're doing that, I just wanted to say I'll put a link to the opening in the show notes.
Okay.
Because I don't think I'm gonna like import the music in, so everyone should watch it. Aww.
Okay, Hazel.
Wow, Hazel.
She's probably gonna attack my hand if I don't pet her.
As she should.
Yeah. So, and then the last character is maybe my favorite, is Kanamori, who's the really tall one. And she's just like obsessed with trying to get them to make money off all of this, and ends up taking the role of producer. And like she's fucking hilarious. She like the world they've set up there is like the high school they're at. There's like a club for everything. Like there's like a security club who are like the cops for the student council, and there's like a robot club whose whole thing is they're like obsessed with the giant robot they have. There's like, for every little thing you could think of, there's a club for it, which is really funny. And then she ends up like negotiating with all of them to get shit that they want to get their animes made, and like going super hardball on all of them. She's like a heartless negotiator. She's amazing. And yeah, it's so fun because like when they're like talking about concepts for an anime they want to make, it'll do this really fun thing where like as Asakura is describing a world she's creating, they'll like the characters will like drop into the concept art for that world, and like it will all be like animated around them, and like as Asakura and Mizuzaki are like talking about, well, why don't we do this, like it just gets like drawn and created in front of their eyes. It's
so cool.
So amazing, and it's just like so, like Kylie said, it's just a love letter to animation because they talk about like a bunch of little technical details, and it just makes you smile. Like every episode, I just like find myself doing a big old grin while we're watching it. It's just delightful. It's very good.
Sounds nice.
Oh, and Eizouken, there's a weird thing. Eizouken means like a live action film club. Which is not anime, but it's because Mizuzaki's parent, like there's a whole thing that Mizuzaki's parents forbid her from making anime. They want her to become a live action actress because her mom is an actress or something. And so she says she's in film club. And that's like, it's funny because that's like not a huge deal, but it still is like the whole name of the anime. Like doesn't it being a major plot point?
I feel like it's kind of funny too because it is an anime and they're drawing anime. It is kind of live action in their world.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, it's really cool, and it's cool to see the process of making anime and making anime. Like they show you in some of the first episodes how before computers people made anime. Like the setup of like there's like this big contraption. Where you have basically like see-through cells that you draw animation things on a background image, and you can like you put a camera at the top that takes a bunch of pictures, and you can like return a crank to like move things in and out or move the background along. So like if you're doing a car driving, you can like leave the car in place and then turn a crank to move the background along and things like that. Wow. It's really cool because I think they make like the first anime mostly by hand in the show because they like wanted to. Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoy it a lot and recommend everyone watch it.
It sounds cool as heck.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's
a good show.
Sounds heckin' neat.
Good show. Great.
Heckin' doggo.
Great characters. I really like the main characters all a lot. They're all very fun. Oh, and also the world they're in is like they're in a fictional town called Shibahama, I think. A fictional town in Japan that's like built. It's like built on water. It's almost like Venice-y, where like they're always going over like bridges and rivers and stuff. And it's also like partially flooded. Like they'll like there are parts of the show where they'll like explore parts of the city that have like become totally flooded. It's really interesting, and it's like not a major part of like the plot or anything, but it's just like a really cool environment that they're in.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Does it take place in like the near future or something?
It seems like modern day, just a different-ish world.
Wow, is that ice in your glass there?
It's an icy mug.
No,
right?
it's just one of these mugs that looks like that. It keeps everything cold.
Oh,
okay, cool.
It's not one that you're supposed to put in the freezer?
Oh yeah, you can. We normally don't because we don't have room in our freezer.
Sorry, very visual question there. Apologies to the listener.
Yeah, apologies, everyone.
But yeah, we'll link the trailer and the intro video in the description because they're both super cool.
Yeah. And you can watch it. We watched it on Crunchyroll. I'm not sure where else you can watch it, and I think we have a Crunchyroll membership, but I think you can watch without a membership. You just have ads.
Well, we'll find out.
Excuse me.
Because I'm going to try
There
to
may be
watch
other
it,
places to watch it. I don't know.
I think I'm going to.
Ben, that sounds like a fine obsession.
It's good.
Do you watch it dubbed or subbed?
I think it sounds fine.
Subbed.
Does it have a dubbed version?
I don't know. It's probably bad.
Yeah, I know. I completely agree that subs is better. It's just not conducive to my watch style usually. So it's like I will
you mean of not actually watching the shows you watch?
Looking at them, yeah. So like I will watch a show that way. I think this one would especially benefit from that, but it'll just take me longer to do so. Like I'll procrastinate on watching it because I need to give it my full attention. Know what I mean? No, you don't.
Just watch it.
Just watch it.
Don't do other things while watching it.
Wow, I can't believe I'm getting owned like this. Okay, is it my turn now?
Yeah, after you got owned.
Your turn.
Well, Cool Obsession Ben, I'm gonna check that out eventually. So I didn't have a super strong one this week. Again, my life is still being pretty well consumed by planning and prepping for our move. But
when do you move again?
Oh, we move in June.
Nice.
We move. Well, so we move out of this house. Well, we close on the house we're currently in June 4th, and then we close on our new house June 8th. And we'll be staying at my parents' house in the middle, and we'll have to put all of our stuff into storage that we don't need, during that time.
That's annoying.
Yeah, so...
Are you doing a pod?
Yes, but not pods. It's a company called 1-800-PACK-RAT that seems to just have better customer service.
I think you're confused. That's a phone number?
And they're delivering it May 10th. So another week and a half. So we're kind of in the today, actually, after this, we're going to go to the store and pick up some boxes. We kind of used up all the bins we got and put them into the storage unit.
Little boxes.
Oh my god, I was about to say, you're going to pick up little boxes on the hillside.
Yeah, we're going to get some little boxes on the hillside, some medium boxes in the valley, and then some really big boxes from the mountains.
All of them made of ticky tacky.
Yes, and then we're gonna start packing up in preparation for that pod to arrive, and then we're gonna have
packing up in preparation for the pod.
So it's all
this
a lot
pod?
of.
Are you talking about this pod?
Sorry, the not pod. I don't know what else to call it. It's weird. I feel like the pods have low key become Googling or or
Kleenex or Band-Aid.
Yeah,
it's just,
but it's not.
It's
just a much better name. I don't know what to call my big container from 1-800-PACK-RAT besides a pod.
Did you know?
When I asked you if you were getting a pod, I wasn't asking if you were getting a brand name, but the concept.
Yeah. So, what were you saying, Ben?
What were you asking, Ben?
I want to make sure this is true before I said it.
That's always good practice.
What does that matter? I mean, good job.
I was wondering, because you know how the word is sherbet, but some people say sherbert?
Yeah.
Oh,
in my head, I thought that was because...
most people say sherbet, and the word is sherbet.
Yeah, I just thought in my head that was one of those things, but I don't actually think it is.
I say sherbet, like a real American.
You say sherbert?
I say sherbet.
Huh. What? You thought what was one of those things?
I thought sherbet was one of those things where it was a brand name that people started using instead of sherbet.
Oh. No, I don't think so.
No,
I feel like it could be.
Isn't.
Yeah. It's just a thing. I think I used to say sherbet.
Is that the same as sorbet?
I think it is the same as sorbet. Is it? What's different about it?
I don't know.
I don't like any of them, so I don't really consider.
Yeah, I want fucking ice cream, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
I'll
have an ice cream. I'll have
I had a Ben & Jerry's cannoli ice cream the other day.
Oh my god!
It's oh my god! Oh my god!
Was it good? I love cannoli.
It was good. It's mascarpone flavored ice cream with mascarpone swirls and chocolate covered pastry pieces in it.
Wow!
Get you the fuck out of here!
I'm not gonna get out of here.
He lives there.
I live here.
Get you the fuck out of there! That sounds delicious.
It's good.
Okay, so
I think I've had it.
none of these things are my obsession, though.
Are you sure? Because we've talked about them a while.
Oh my god! Are you sure you don't want cannoli ice cream
I'm
to be your
not,
obsession?
the hugest fan of cannolis, to be honest.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Look, I did not bring him up.
What is wrong with you?
This is not. That's
you
why they're
were just
not my
talking about how much you loved cannoli ice cream.
So,
all right, what's your obsession?
So, I've been listening to a podcast called Blowback that was recommended by our brother Lucas, your cousin, Erin, and it's about the Iraq War. What?
Sorry. Just the way you said that, your cousin,
Erin.
It's like, in case I didn't know. Oh, so I'm not allowed to marry Lucas.
You are in Massachusetts.
No,
actually, I'm not. Actually, I'm not because we're both married, and you can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah. So it's about the Iraq War, the lead up, and then the the actual war itself, and how the U.S. government sold the concept of the Iraq War to Americans and somewhat less successfully the rest of the world. And it's fascinating. I haven't finished it yet, but it's interesting because I was old enough to sort of know what was going on at that time. Like, so so 9/11 was in 2001, and then they kind of used
Never forget.
all of that. Never forget. And they kind of used all of that patriotism and like fear that rose up during that time to translate into eventually going to war with Iraq. That's a super oversimplification, and obviously we know now that like Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11, and we pretty much knew that at the time, but they worked really hard to draw parallels and shift discussions, in that direction from like relatively early on. And the episodes about the whole like weapons of mass destruction thing, and the UN just basically repeatedly doing inspections and saying that they found nothing and saying they didn't think anything was there, and the way that was kind of brushed aside by the US media because they were just kind of they were being fed information by people in the US government, and were not that I think most people in the US media were not they didn't have necessarily intentions of like ginning up a war or helping out the government specifically, but there's like that incentive structure that we've seen bite us in the ass over and over again with our media, that like having the scoop or like just the thing that is gonna be like the most sensational and get the most eyes on it is really more important than accurate reporting for a lot of those types of outlets. So that was just kind of what was getting eyeballs, and they were getting fed a lot of misinformation that they were prioritizing because it was exclusive to them. And so it was like a scoop, so, it's just
speaking of ice cream.
So it's just really fascinating. And what is happening?
I think there's a lot of cat management happening in Ben's world right now, is my impression.
Yeah, it's fine. Cole's being an asshole.
All right. So I haven't finished it yet, but it's just interesting because a lot of the stuff they're talking about, it's like I vaguely remember, because in 2004 I believe was the year that we actually like invaded Iraq. And so I was, God, let me see.
I think it was 2003.
98. I was
15
or 16, depending on whether Ben's right or not. Maybe it was 2003. So and I just remember I remember it, but in like a teenager sort of way where there was like a whole lot of other stuff like happening at the time. But, you know, they were just talking about, it was 2003 because then 2004 was the election year. And that was kind of where I'm at now, is them talking about the re-election of Bush and how it took a while for the rest of America and the media and people to kind of finally catch on to the fact that this war was actually a really terrible idea based on false pretenses. Like, it was actually, Bush was still at like really, really high approval levels in 2004. But then like within a year or so, they kind of dropped off as they continued to not find weapons of mass destruction anywhere because there were none. So, the show just does a really good job of, they use clips really well. It's very well edited. The story is told in a very compelling way. They also do a good job of incorporating a lot of different perspectives. Like they don't just play clips from people who were in the U.S. government. They also play clips from, outside media sources of the time. And they hear from people who were in Iraq at the time, like Iraqi people who were in Iraq at this time, of what it was actually like. And, so I'm really, really, enjoying it. You know, it is yet another thing to be angry at America about, which is not necessarily like, something that I needed more of. but you know, it's good to know the truth, and it's told in a way that is also very entertaining and engaging. And while it makes me very angry, I also really look forward to listening to more of it. So I highly recommend, and I thank Lucas for the recommendation.
Shout out, Lucas.
I actually just started listening to the latest season of Slow Burn on Lucas's recommendation, which is also about the Iraq War.
Do you know what?
Wow.
He actually was not meaning to recommend that. Did you see? He actually asked if we were listening to it so that he could redirect us towards Blowback instead.
Really?
Yeah.
Way to have the wrong takeaway.
But we could listen to both. I'm probably going to listen to Slow Burn after I finish Blowback.
Oh, no, don't listen. I didn't see this thread. He said, no, don't. Listen to Blowback instead.
Where was this? Was this in your family chat? Yeah. That's really funny.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. I mean, there's only 2 episodes of the new Slow Burn so far, and I don't see the harm in listening to both, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen to Slow Burn after I finish Blowback.
Cool.
Both, you know.
I also thought it was funny that Lucas, this is season 5 of Slow Burn, and Lucas came into the chat saying, is anyone listening to Slow Burn season 2?
I know, it was so confusing. It was a very confusing
Just
message.
the one that came out like 2 years ago about Bill Clinton.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. And then you can go listen to Slow Burn, and then it'll all be good. Or I can.
Cool. I just queued up the first
Hey, Slow Burn
episode of Slow Burn. Thanks for the recommendation.
Slow Burn season 1's very good, and I didn't. And season 2 actually is quite good. I didn't listen to the other ones. Can't speak for those.
Since season 1.
I know we're close to wrapping up, but can I go prevent Hannah's worst nightmare and pee?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Prevent the warm nightmare.
The warm nightmare. Prevent the warm nightmare. You know, I actually think I saw this thing on TikTok, which is my new catchphrase, where there was I don't know what kind of doctor it's called that works with your pee hole.
Urologist?
Peeing apparatus? Yeah, there was the urologist. She was talking about how actually you shouldn't just pee preemptively, like before you like I kind of as I often say, I can always pee, and often like before I leave to go somewhere or when I get to a place, I'll just be like, I'm gonna go pee, because then I won't have to pee at an inopportune time later, right? But actually you're kind of untraining your pelvic floor muscles for holding in pee when you do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're actually getting closer and closer to your warm nightmare.
To the warm nightmare. So I think it's a delicate balancing act though, because I don't think you want to like really push it. That doesn't seem like it could be good for you either.
Yeah.
And also
oh,
go ahead.
Hate having to pee like that. Feeling is like one of my least favorite, like, even if I moderately have to pee, I want to pee because I just like hate having that discomfort.
Yeah. But finally getting to pee after you've had to pee really badly for a while is one of the better feelings in the world.
It is, but in like that was close kind of way, which might be reinforcing what you're saying.
Almost had the warm nightmare.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me do that.
You're so welcome.
Just now.
Yeah, I don't know. I
feel like
go ahead.
A urologist should have a podcast called Urolabout.
Where she talks about what it's like to work with the pee hole.
Yeah, the old pee hole.
Oh my god. All right, cool. That's it. Check it out. Blowback, and then if you want to, the latest season of Slow Burn is on the same topic. It's probably going to be pretty okay. I haven't listened to it. Ben says it's
not
good.
vouched for by Lucas, though.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I was like, okay, when he came into Slack and was like, is anyone listening to season 2 of Slow Burn? I like sent that clarifying message of like, do you mean season 5? I was like, okay, we're not going to hear from him about this again for a week. Like, I was certain he wouldn't be back to explain himself for several days. But he did come back later that day and clarify to me, but Ben didn't see it. So anyway, sometimes I just feel like
Ben was like, no, I'll check it out. Does he take issue with season 5 of Slow Burn?
And let me tell you what he said.
He said it used too much passive voice in describing the actions of the most powerful empire on Earth. Meaning that
fair criticism.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't have to find it then, because that's what it says.
I already had it up. What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
Guess I won't
what
find it.
What do you want from me?
The first episode of Blowback. The first episode of Blowback and a few going on down the line have John Benjamin in them voicing, I think, Saddam Hussein. I think, yeah.
Really? That's funny.
He's in episode 0, and then I think he's in it a few more times as well. So yeah, and it's funny. All right, cool. So yeah, you can listen to that on Spotify. I think originally it came out like week by week on other podcasting apps, but you could listen to the whole thing at once on Spotify. But it actually came out now like over a year ago, so it's out there everywhere at this point. So
it's out there.
Congratulations to us. Homework, yes, homework,
yes,
Homework.
Yes.
Erin, what's your homework?
Love the car you with.
Cool.
Yeah, just take some time to appreciate your vehicle and bond with it and cultivate happiness in the things you already have.
I like that.
Happiness and joy and appreciation for the things you already own.
Or sell your junker if you're me.
Just that. Yeah, or sell your junker for parts. And that can make you happy too.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Ben.
Take the nuts out the engine. Ben, what's your homework?
My homework! What's up, Hazel? Cute as hell. That's not my homework. Just a fact. My homework is to watch Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken.
Nice.
Find it on definitely Crunchyroll, and anywhere else is up to you to find.
Find it yourself.
Very good, fun, lighthearted anime. Have a watch. Have a good time watching. It's good. It's fun. Did I mention it's fun?
Ben, do you ever stream anymore?
What?
Do you ever stream anymore? Speedruns?
Not
and
really.
Stuff?
I could, but I don't really.
Do you ever put on the heated seats and think you're streaming?
My Twitch is Disco Greg if you want to follow it in case I ever do stream. Just never felt like it. My Twitter is nicely proved Ben.
Nice.
Like a nicely proved bun.
Nice.
I could probably get some eyes on you now if you ever did want to stream.
Wow, you got pulled?
I got a nice little community that's active on Twitch.
Wow.
My homework is listen to Blowback wherever you listen to podcasts. And then maybe after that, listen to season 5 of Slow Burn with a critical ear, because Lucas doesn't like it as much. And he knows shit about shit. I am on Twitter and Instagram at Anthropology and Twitch at Anthropology. I don't really stream, but I'm thinking about streaming after I move. I'm thinking about setting up getting a better computer and setting up an area to actually stream, and definitely to do the podcast recording, so I don't have to be at the same desk I work at for this, because it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. You can get some eyes on you.
I can get some eyes on me. I am on TikTok at Hannah and her cats. Not really posting much there either, but someday I will. And you can call us or text us. We already gave this number earlier, but if you want to save the podcast, you can call us or text us at our phone number 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
And dial Blaze It.
Oh, she's so cute. And proceed to dial Blaze It.
You can find us on Instagram at WayTooBroad. You can find us on Twitter at TwoBroadPod. You can email us at WayTooBroad@gmail.com. And if you missed any of that, or you're looking for the links I said I was going to post, you can find all of that at our website at WayTooBroad.com, as well as a lot of other great fun stuff that's fun to read and easy to access, because Erin is a talented web developer. And
wow.
For anything you want. EarnBen.com for anything you need. MaxFun.org for a dog on a boat. I forgot to light the podcast candle, but that is it. And
Hold on.
Okay. In the morning, I forget sometimes. Aww. Hazel's climbing.
I'm petting Hazel with my heart.
Up on Ben's shoulder.
She's nice.
Okay, the podcast candle is lit. And now the podcast candle is extinguished. Hooray!
That was some real commitment from me. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Erin, for...
Bye, we love you.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
Call us.